a military sanitation captain, and he took the credit for solving it, even though the head of the biology department. From there, they stopped training the pre-training pilots that they program there, and I was sent back to somewhere in Tennessee. And unfortunately, they knew that they learned that I had taken some typing in the past, so they had other people working in surgery. And I continued, until I got out of the Army, I worked in the admission clinic at this hospital. But a humorous thing happened last night that Art Grotto, who was another veteran from World War II, who was in the Seabees in the South Pacific, he and I were sitting at Bethlehem Woods, where we live, running on the new step exercisers, and I started telling him about coming to this meeting here today. He said, "Oh, you did?" He says, "Yeah." I said, "I think if I'd have been in the Army much longer, because the war ended, I'd have been over into the Japan area in Japan and so forth." And he said, "Yeah," and I said, "Yes." He said, "Well, but after the bombing in Nagasaki and Hiroshima, he said, the Japanese must have heard that you were going to be sent over there, and that's why they surrendered."
Let me ask you all, so what did you know, how focused were you on just the enemy ahead, or what you were doing in your task, and how did you know how the war was going in all the theaters?
Well, in the Pacific, we were doing very well, because, like I said, it was February of '44. We took Tarawa. Tarawa was the anchor for the Gilbert Islands, and then the next island up, the next group of islands up were the Marshalls, and the next group up, and the Kwajalein was, I thought you said Kwajalein, but we were there at Kwajalein when it was being attacked, when we were in the invasion then, we were there. But I was in the engine room as a general, that was my general quarters station, that was my, where I did all my work. And all I would know is what I could get off of my hearing, my ear caps, you know, that I had on, so I could find out what was going on in the bridge and what speeds that they wanted and things like that. Other than that, no, I was in the engine room throughout the whole war, and then I heard one time. It was it was on the Marshall Islands, and we were patrolling them because we knew the Japanese were there, and then all of a sudden they sounded general quarters that there was a plane in the air. Well, there were no planes, nothing around. A Japanese submarine, which was equipped to send out the plane, fired a plane off on their hydraulic system, and when we saw that, we put our star shells out to see where the ship was. The submarine dove and fired a torpedo at us, and it passed underneath the engine room, close enough that I heard it. I'm glad I heard it, because I'm here to tell you about it.
Chuck, when you were in Europe, did you know what was